It all started with one statement from Amanda APS back in early 2012 while we watched the TV show Ghost Lab featuring the Klinge Brothers. "I'm going to bring those guys out to Australia one day," she stated. Amanda used to chat with Brad quite often on Facebook and have some great discussions about all things paranormal. It was a simple statement, but with the power of Amanda's intention, it came to fruition. Because not long after, while talking to our good friend and paranormal sister Beth Darlington from Access Paranormal, Amanda told Beth of her idea. And Beth said, "Do you think they would come?" And Amanda said, "Well, I will ask." And she did just that. And I think for the brothers it was a no-brainer. "Of course," came the answer. And the rest, as they say, is history.
It was a simple question by Amanda APS that put into play a series of events that would span 10 years plus and create friendships that will last a lifetime. I am always grateful to Amanda for having the courage and insight to take the leap and do an amazing thing for the Australian paranormal community. All that being sorted and arrangements made, the Klinge Brothers' first ever event in Australia took place in June 2014 in both Sydney and Melbourne. Beth organised things in Sydney, and we, the Australian Paranormal Society, Amanda and myself, organised things in Melbourne and took care of the brothers while they were in our great city. And boy, did we have some great talks, some great meals at a lot of great restaurants, and really saw the sights of Melbourne. We gave them the grand tour, as you would say. The event back in 2014 consisted of a lecture by the Klinge Brothers, followed by an investigation event. It was the same in both Sydney and Melbourne. While in Melbourne, we developed a great friendship with the brothers, and after finding out I had a great interest in the American Civil War, and especially the Battle of Gettysburg, Brad invited us to join him in Gettysburg for an event later that year that he had organised. At the time, Amanda couldn't travel, but I was able to attend, and it was an experience I will never forget. It really was an experience of a lifetime. I remember someone asking the brothers when they were coming back to Australia, and their answer was, "Y'all will have to speak to Bill." Excuse my accent. It was then that Amanda and I made a promise to the brothers, Brad and Barry, that we would bring them out again. So, after an enormous amount of planning and organisation, almost 10 years to the day, we brought the brothers back. We had kept our promise. We had kept our word to them. The 2024 event would this time take place in Melbourne, which is in Victoria, and Adelaide, which is in South Australia. It would be held over 10 days and consist of 8 events.
Here we go.
G'day, mate.
How are you, bro? Just come around here. Hey, gorgeous. How are you? Good. Here we go. Big fella. All good, brother?
These events were 4 investigation events, 2 major presentations, 1 smaller presentation, and 1 meet and greet, which included a mini investigation with the brothers with 4 lucky raffle ticket winners. One of them being an elderly woman in her late 80s who had a marvellous time and said it was the best thing she ever did. The event in total had nearly 800 attendees, or as we like to call them, guests. It really was a roaring success and made us very proud.
So a big thank you to the Klinge Brothers and their families for coming out, and to Amanda for taking the chance.